Hey, good morning and welcome back to the shop here at New Traditions on the New Traditions Homestead, home of New Traditions Dulcimers, Wabash Ukulele Company, and Daniels Guitars. It is January 1st. My name is Dan Daniels. January 1st, 2022. It is a gloomy, foggy, really heavy fog out here on the homestead this morning. Excuse me, I cannot see across the street. Across the road is the cornfield and can't see a thing. But anyway, it is January 1st, 2022. I wanted to share a little bit with you this morning about how I go about designing the appearance of my instruments. The function of the instruments and the form of the instruments are pretty much historically designed. I mean, a guitar has been a guitar for centuries, and a ukulele's been a ukulele for centuries, and a dulcimer the same thing. But what I like to do is to try to give my guitars I want them to look a specific way. And I have fun doing that. It takes me a long time to come to a decision as to how my instruments will look in the customer's hands. But it's fun. It's part of the craft it's the artistic part of the craft. And what I want to do is share with you something that might seem to be kind of mundane and really simple for some of you. But if you're a luthier, or if you're even just a hobbyist that builds instruments from time to time in your garage, you will appreciate and understand this. So I'm building the first triple aught of 2022. All my guitars are triple aughts or OMs. I go for smaller body guitars because my customers like smaller body guitars, and I like smaller body guitars. So this is my first 2022 build. Now I'm finishing up another triple aught that was built in 2021, but this is a 2022 build. This one is built from black walnut, California black walnut, back and sides. That's the sides. Here's the back. And I got this wood from my buddy Kevin out in California. Woods of the West. Here's the back book matched. Something like that. Oops. Like that. And this is going to have a Port Orford top, which will look something like this. Try to get these to be the correct book matching. Look something like that. That's your Port Orford cedar from southern Oregon, Northern California. And it'll have a hand-carved mahogany neck. Now, typically on a triple aught guitar, the neck will have a slotted headstock, which I've done, and I've done it several times. I think on this guitar, I'm going to have a solid headstock instead of a slotted headstock, just because I can. It's my guitar, I'm building it, and I can do what I want. So back to the design feature. It might seem silly to think of somebody sitting around worrying about how something is going to look aesthetically, and the guitar already sounds good. It's already designed to be a guitar. Having problems with my focus here this morning. So that part's done. The guitar is well built, sounds great, but I want it to look different. So what most people would do with a black-bodied guitar or a dark-bodied guitar, they would use a white binding. This is curly maple, beautiful curly maple for the binding, and curly maple for the ingraft. That would be kind of your typical approach. Kind of one of those things that it's what everybody else would do, and I mean I do that, and I've done it several times on black walnut instruments. I use the white it really pops. It really makes it look great. But on this instrument, I wanted to be a little bit different, so I'm going with a darker binding. And I've done this on a tenor ukulele before, where I did a mahogany body excuse me, mahogany body, and I used koa as the binding and the trim. So it was dark upon dark, and it was really turned out awesome, and the customer loved it. So on this guitar, I spent almost half a day deciding on this. Of course, I can afford to do that, I guess, and sit around in my shop and think about colors. But on this dark-bodied guitar, this black walnut sides and top, what I've come up with is I'm going to use a bloodwood binding and in-stock. And I think it will really, really be amazing to look at. So that's the engraft. And I'll try to do this to see if you can see what it's going to look like. And this will be the binding that will flow out of the end stock, or out of the engraft, and wrap the entire guitar. I wanted to go with a darker wood for my binding and my trim. And I think that it's really going to pop. I don't want to always do what's expected to be done with white trim on a dark bodied guitar. So I wanted to mix it up a little bit, and honestly it took me a long time to decide what I was going to do. The other thing that we're doing on this guitar is what a luthier will usually use is a kerfed binding, and this is a piece of mahogany that has been sawed in several places, and you can see the saw marks on there, the blade marks. That's the kerf. So it's curved, and it conforms to the shape of the guitar, which is a great time saver. It's easy, it's quick, and it works. But I don't want to do that with this guitar. I want to put solid linings in my guitar on this one. And if it works out the way that I think it's going to work out, that's what I'm going to do on all the rest of my Daniels guitars, is it'll have solid binding, solid linings. So I'm going to take this offcut from the sides, the same black walnut, from the same log, from the same tree, from the same place in Northern California, and I'm going to cut this into fourths, and then I will bend it on my bending jig to conform to the design of the sides, the form of the sides, and then I'll glue that in, and that will be my linings for my guitar. And then at the same time, I'm going to connect through a joint, connect my side braces will connect into the side linings in a very specific way. The idea is that gives more sound transference from the back of the instrument to the soundboard of the instrument, and it increases the sound a little bit. So that's what we're looking for. So we'll have a different look on the outside, a different feel on the inside, different design on the inside with the solid linings. And we will be good to go with this guitar. This is going to be like I said, the first build of 2022, which I'm excited about. Should be a really fun. I'm finishing up another triple lot that is mahogany and spruce that is almost done. It will be strung up probably by the end of this month and be for sale if anybody's interested. And speaking of being for sale, as with everybody else in the world today, 2022 is bringing us higher prices. So we're raising our prices here to kind of match what the market is. I mean, we've always priced lower than anybody else, and I'm kind of tired of doing that, especially when people will go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a Chinese Communist Party slave labored instrument and not be spending it on American made instruments. So we are raising our prices in 2022. It'll probably be considerable, but we've always kept our prices lower than the competition on purpose. And I think it's time for us to kind of step up and start charging what everybody else is charging to kind of stay in the market. So that's one of the plans for 2022. This guitar is going to be awesome. It's going to sound great. I appreciate Kevin sending me this wood. I can't wait to hear what it's going to sound like. I'm certain that it's going to be incredible. And just to give you a look at this form that I'm using, this is my guitar mold, and the sides are bent and placed in this mold for safekeeping. It keeps everybody in the same shape, and keeps everybody keeps the guitar looking like a guitar. So that's what's going on here. It's again January 1st, 2022. It is I don't even know what time it is. It's approaching noon, I believe. The fog is getting thicker. It's 43 degrees. It's my birthday today. I turned 69, which is exciting. That's about it. Other things happening here at New Traditions. We've got ukuleles being almost ready for completion. They're in various stages. I have a beautiful maple dulcimer hanging here on its drying position, waiting for the top and the fingerboard. Lots of cool things happening here. It's going to be an amazing year. 2021 was incredible for us. There's always downsides to everything, and if you want to concentrate on that, then go ahead, concentrate on the downsides. But for me, I would rather appreciate what we have. I was out walking through the property this morning and almost was drawn to tears as I walked through this property, thinking how blessed we are to live here at the New Traditions Homestead in Somerset, Indiana. Fog and all, it's a true blessing. Hey, before I leave, I'd appreciate it if you would like this video on YouTube, share the video with your social media friends, share it on your Facebook page, share it on Instagram, or however you can share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, New Traditions Homestead. We would sure appreciate it as we journey through this homestead life in the age of retirement. We need all the encouragement and all the help that we can get. There's lots of things that are coming up in this 2022. We'll have more videos. I'm going to try to do at least one video a week, maybe more. We're going to have wood turning videos. We're going to have more instrument building videos, and we're going to have more homestead videos as we get into the growing season, as things happen around here. Right now, everything is pretty much asleep out there, but it will soon be awakened. So please subscribe. Click the notification bell down at the bottom if you want to be notified when new videos come out. We'd appreciate it. It'd be a blessing to us. Once again, my name is Dan Daniels. This is New Traditions Homestead, New Traditions Dulcimers, Wabash Ukulele Company, Daniels Guitars from beautiful downtown Somerset, Indiana, in a foggy day. January 1st, 2022. Happy New Year to you all, and may the Lord bless you in this coming year. See you next time.